Yep. This is Thursday, and I just had to talk about what's going on, man. This is tripped out Thursday. There's a couple things on my mind here. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys and gals. It's Thursday morning. I get wet. Rolled all of a sudden. Anyway, there's a couple things on my mind this morning. There was an interview on the Breakfast Club that happened on Monday with the legendary Master P and his legendary son Romeo. Yeah, I'm gonna call Romeo a legend because Romeo has been in the business for a long time. I mean, he's been in business almost as long as his father. You know, to be quiet as kept, for real. He's been in business a very long time. You know, you might as well say he was born into the business. You know, I remember my son and I used to watch him on television when he was like 9, 10 years old, man. He had his own series. Yeah. And this is on the success of his father. I mean, Little Romeo became a big deal on his own, you know, long after his father's success. He was on television, he did movies, he'd been in reality series. But they both appeared on the Breakfast Club, and both father Master P and son Romeo was spitting out major game. Kind of remind me of me and my son when we talk about certain things, except these guys are on another level, you know. And Romeo had talked about leaving, growing up hip hop, which I can understand because, you know, honestly, like you said, that's not who he is. It's fake reality, you know. It's a scripted show. They try to say it's most of these reality shows are very scripted to be reality shows. Yeah, these are real celebrities on these shows, but there is a script, there's a storyline that they follow. They admitted it on several shows: Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, Flavor Love. Several shows that are like that. You know, most of these so-called reality shows are not reality shows. They're just shows. You know, there's a storyline that they all follow. You know, even growing up hip hop. That's what makes the show interesting. If you were just following it, realize you would probably be bored to death. You know, but I admit I do watch it. It's engaging television, but it's all drama. You know, and most of it's not even real. Here's my thing and my take on this right now. My take on it right now is, and I'm talking about based on the conversation that the Breakfast Club, which I will admit, this Breakfast Club episode was probably one of the better Breakfast Club shows I have ever seen. I am not joking about that. It was really good. It was really that good. And the reason why I say it was that good because Master P and Romeo was able to talk and do the thing, but of course you had Angela Yee doing the Robin Quivers / Darlene from 5150 show, interrupting somebody in the middle of the conversation when they're getting their point across. I kind of feel that way when I'm talking to my mother half the time, but that's another story. I'll get to that one later. And it was like they basically were, you know, these are very, very, very brilliant guys. They have very brilliant minds. They focus on the businesses, and I didn't realize Rap Snatch was something that they actually put out. They put out rap news. I gotta try the rap news though, because I'm a big news fan myself. I used to love eating news. And Master P was talking about, you know, that he found a market for that because, you know, back in the day, man, when you had nothing to eat, ramen noodles, man, they were like 50 cents a pack, 25 cents a pack at the dollar store. They're still like that. I don't eat them like I used to. But back in the day, when I was starting out after I got out of the military, I used to eat ramen noodles all the time. Even after I got married, we were eating ramen noodles for years. I haven't ate ramen noodles in a long time. The one thing about ramen noodles I used to love, you mix it up with anything. You put spaghetti sauce on it, you put hot sauce on it, you put barbecue in the mug, you don't even want to know stuff I eat with ramen noodles. Mayonnaise and ketchup. I used to eat some wild stuff with ramen noodles. Ramen noodles was the shit, man. If you was hungry, and I'm talking about hungry, man, ramen noodles, man, would hit the spot. Sometimes I would just eat it with butter. But I did eat it. I'm not gonna lie about it. So they got their own version of noodles out. Rap noodles. I'm gonna look it up. I really am. I'm gonna try it out. Because I'm gonna support those guys. And personally, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wasn't a fan of Master P when he first came out, but I grew to respect and saw the brand that he built. And the brand that he built was for his people. It wasn't just about him. And he said, I didn't do it for money. He said money, it's kind of, to him, and I'll kind of paraphrase it, was really a secondary thing. Nothing wrong with money, but it wasn't the main thing he did it for. He did it for the love of the people, not for the love of the money. And I respect him for that. And I respect young Romeo following in his father's footsteps as far as being in his business, getting his grind. But they were talking about growing up hip hop, and he's leaving growing up hip hop after the season. And I don't blame him. The storyline is so convoluted, it's not even funny. And they make it like, oh, he's been dogging out Angela and all that. When there was nothing really, really real serious about those guys. Angela was never really serious about him anyway. I watched the show myself for years, and she was never really about him. She was in other guys anyway. But they try to make it look like, oh, well, Romeo's ignoring her, so she got to move on and blah, blah, blah. Romeo was never into her anyway. Romeo actually had a girlfriend at the time, I think, when the show first came on, if I ain't mistaken. And, you have to understand that it's reality shows, nothing serious about that. It's scripted. Well, I do like the fact that they came on, they were spitting game, and they were talking about how they're very much active in the community and in the church and all that. And not too many well-known, well-established rap acts are into all that. Romeo still record records too, by the way. They also said that they're coming out with a faith-based movie called God's Real. I think it's called God's Real. I don't remember. But I'm gonna look forward to that. I'm hoping it's better than that. That second I got the hookup. I know that thing. PU. I'm sorry. The first one was classic. The second one was it was okay. I still supported it. I still purchased the movie. I still watched it. But it wasn't as good as the first one. I think they rushed that out. I really do. That's just my opinion. But like Charlamagne said, I'll still support it. It may not be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I still support it because they made an effort to do a product. Just like me, when I, trying to do my thing out here, DJ and stuff like that. Am I the world's greatest DJ? No. Can I DJ? Yes. Do I be playing the hits for everybody? You're damn right I do. But the thing of it is, I put out product, and I make sure that you have a good time. That's the main thing. But my hat's off to those guys. Here's a father and son who the father built a brand, because he is a brand. No Limit is a brand. The name itself should elevate you and want you to elevate you even more. And like Master P said, I'm out here trying to teach the next generation on getting the grind the right way. This coffee tastes nasty. But my hat's off to these guys, man. I can't hate, but like I said, it's one of the best interviews I've ever heard on the Breakfast Club. It's like the best interview I've ever heard on the Breakfast Club ever. You know, but of course, Angeli and Envy were kind of throwing a little bit of shade at times on these guys about the love of hip hop, growing up hip hop mess. And I'm like, are you guys nuts? You know, they try to get juicy details on stuff, and Master P and Romeo kind of wasn't having it. They're like, look, let's keep it real about what we really try to do out here. This show is just a show. We're paid to play. The show is scripted. Nothing real about it. They said that unequivocally. Pretty much said it's not a real show. So the coffee is warm. It tastes like crap. My coffee, I don't know, for some reason, just, I don't know what happened, man. Maybe I'll get better. But anyway, I mean, you know, I watched the show. I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. Now, one of the things that did happen on the show recently was the fact that Sam was coming back on the night. So it's not really a spoiler alert. If you hadn't watched it by now, it's a spoiler alert. But oh well. Sam came out and said this was Egypt's boyfriend, Egypt, who happened to be the daughter of Tretch and Pepper from Salt and Pepper fame. And Tretch, of course, from the famed group Naughty by Nature. She's dating this guy named Sam. He's an up and coming artist. To me, I watched Sam on this show, and I think he sucked. That's just me. I'm not a fan of his. I think he's a wannabe entertainer. He doesn't have a lot of originality to me. He don't. You know, he's coming up with different stuff here and there. I think the only reason why he's even dating Egypt is because of her fame. Well, he came out at their engagement party and came out and said that he was in the training. He came out and said just that. He said he had sex with her for training. And in the song that he was talking about, he said, "I'm not gay, but I'm not straight." Or was I'm not straight? But I'm not gay either. I'm like, so basically, you coming out as a bisexual. Something about that guy I kind of wonder about that. Now, whether that story in the line or not, I don't know. I think that's real. I think that guy really might be fruity. You know, I kind of wonder about him anyway. But the thing of it is, though, the reality shows, I'm gonna tell you the truth, they're better than some of the fully scripted shows. But getting back to Master P and Romeo, I think what they're doing is upstanding and outstanding. They're trying to teach these next generations of youngers out here to do better, which is hence why he named his label No Limit. You know, there's no limit for you to what you can do out here. You know, and he's right. We have to teach that to our kids, man. And one of the things that Master P said that I've been saying for a long time myself is that we have to ride with the people who are trying to be about something, and the people who ain't trying to do nothing, cut them off. I totally agree with him on that. You have to. You know, I had to do that. You see, even to your own relatives, I had to do that. I had to do that recently myself. I'm telling you, because sometimes when you deal with these so-called friends and so-called relatives, they can be very toxic. If they're not doing anything to help you when you're trying to help them, and they're throwing all kind of BS at you, you got to cut them off. I totally agree with that. I had to do it. It hurt me. It hurt me to my heart. Matter of fact, when I went home last year, man, I broke down because of something I didn't want to do and I had to do it. And of course, the relative never made amends to it. They never made amends to what they did. They blew it off, and it hurt me, man. It hurt me real deep. at the worst time of one of the worst times of my life. You know, it still does. You know, but other factors and other people involved wants me to just forgive and forget. And I'm like, I can forgive, but I'm moving on, and I ain't gonna forget it. But I'm done dealing with you. You know, because you ain't gotta apologize. That's fine. I'm just not gonna deal with you. But I can forgive you. You know, but that's another whole story. But he's right about that, though. In other words, toxic people create toxic problems for you. And it don't matter who they are. If that's the case, you have to cut them off at the head. You got to. You may not want to, but you got to. To move ahead and progress, you got to cut them off. Even if it's your own mama. Okay? Yeah, I said it. Some of these mothers could be toxic for you too in terms of, and I'll give you a prime example. I've talked about many times before. There was a guy who had got a scholarship. He was offered 2 scholarships. He was offered one, Florida State, and the other one was, I think, Alabama or somewhere. He wanted to go to Florida State. I think it was Florida State. And his mother and grandmother wanted him to go to Alabama. Right? But he wanted to go where, you know, he felt that he could best achieve himself at. And the mother and grandma were talking about, well, you know, we don't want him to go to Florida State because he might run into blah, 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 run with the people he was running before. But, you know, he could do the same thing if he go to Alabama. You know. So when he chose Florida State, his mother and grandmother had a connection. They actually walked away. And here's what really pissed me off. They had the nerve to have T-shirts on with Alabama on it. Yeah. The school that he chose not to go to. Why would you do that? They literally walked off the stage. They walked away from the press conference. A live press conference at that. Y'all didn't even have his back. Y'all should have went with him no matter what he did and supported him. You know? To me, that's toxic when you do that. You ain't riding with the camp. You know? But like I said, Master P brought a good statement about that. He brought a great statement. He's right. You can't progress with toxic people. You can't. Toxic folks will try to ruin your life. They're haters. They're jealous of you. You know, I've been down that road. Even church folks are like that. You know, not everybody, but there are church folks that are like that. I know that personally. And yes, I'm calling it out. Because I know a few like that. You know? Will just hate on you. You know? Me and my old lady been married almost going on, well, this year, end of the year, March 29. Well, we've been together 30 years. Roughly 30 years. Well, we've been together 32 years almost. No, over 32 years actually. But we've been married for 28. And we've had people who were jealous of us. People who were jealous of us at work. People who were jealous of us at home. Relative, everybody. We've had that. You know? And if I stuck around and hung out with those toxic people, man, I would never have what I got today. We had relatives, in-laws, and relatives got mad because, you know, we moved to a different neighborhood from where they lived at. Why y'all move all the way over there? Because that was our choice. Our choice, not your choice. Okay? Because they figured it'd be beneficial for us to be near them. Meanwhile, you got 4 or 5 kids and no father in the house with y'all. You know. And I know I hear about that. It takes a village thing, but I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna probably piss some people off. I don't care. It takes a father and a mother. I'm still gonna say that. You know, But I'm not going to talk about that right now. But in the case of Master P and Romeo, that's a prime example of why a father is important. And why it's important for men to be head of household. That's the daggone light. Damn it. They flying through this mud today too. Yeah. That's why it's important for men to be head of household. Not women. Okay? Not boys. Okay? Men. Alright? This prime example is why Romeo is successful. He actually gave his props to his dad. You know. And the old saying goes, give them the flowers while they were still around. I totally agree. You should. You know what they did to get you where you are. And I'm talking about everybody with the parents, mother, even if it's just a single mom. And you know that she did what she did to get you where you at. Getting the flowers while you're around. I couldn't agree with that more. And it was kind of poignant when Romeo was saying about his dad. His dad did the same thing with him. You know? Because at the end of the day, it's all about family. It's all about family trying to build and grow each other. And I see that with Master P and Romeo. They are building and growing each other. They have a business and a brand that very few black families that came from where they came from have gotten through. And I commend them for that. I truly do. You don't know too many families like that out here, man. They built. You know? And like Master P said, hey, it got to a point I had to cut some of my family off. You know? I would have never gotten to where I was had I not done that. You know? And I can't say I blame them. I don't blame them one bit. I don't blame them one bit. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta do that, man. And like you said, it ain't something you want to do, but sometimes you gotta do that. You know, you got families who you know, they see what you got. I went through a situation like that before. You know, my brother one time did that, man. You know, years ago. I ain't got no house. Okay, why is that my fault that you ain't got no house? You know, try to make me feel like, you know, I gotta feel bad for you because you ain't got no house. You had an apartment. Eating good. You had a decent job. You know, with benefits and everything. And you worry about talking about, well, I ain't got no house, are you? Because I was waiting 30 minutes for him to get out the house. We had to go, you know, had to go somewhere. You know, we were going out of town. I was waiting on him. You know, I said, should take you less time with your apartment than me with my house. All they can do is lock one door and turn everything off. That's it. We got a locked door, got to lock the garage. We got to do all that stuff. We got to do a ton of stuff before we get out of there. You know? All we got to do is wash up, get his clothes on, get a little snacks, roll out. That's it. You know? But his excuse for being late was because he old. Yeah, and he gonna throw shade on top of that when he said it. That's stupid. Oh, I ain't got a house. Like, what the hell I got to do with you being late? If anything, you should have been waiting on us. You know? I mean, black people come up with the dumbest excuses sometimes. I swear to God. We don't. Come up with the dumbest stuff. I remember that one time I started doing computers, right? And I was, you know, I was doing computers for people in the hood, right? So one woman talking about, what can I get for $125? And this is when computers weren't that cheap. You know, computers like maybe about $400, $500, $600. She wanted a good computer for her son. Tell me, I get a computer for my son, so get him in school. Better educate him. Computers don't better educate you. You have to better educate yourself. And you find out now that computers today, it doesn't matter how the quality of the computer that you get your kids using, they still use it for junk. A lot of them do. They use it for the camera and to do the videos and to get the likes. That's it. They don't use it for education. And that's a damn shame. And Master P talked about that too. But I just want to, elaborate on that myself. We got a lot of kids. I mean, years ago, I remember there was a high school football game not far from where I live. Right corner from, not far from where I live. Anyway, so when the game ended, a bunch of kids was fighting, on the backyard, on my backyard. We didn't call police. They arrested two of them. They picked up a couple of them. I'm glad they got them. And you know what they were doing? They were filming. They were shooting a video the whole time. These two kids fighting in my yard. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Kids fighting, shooting a video. Nothing else better to do. They ain't trying to learn about programming. They ain't trying to learn about programming codes. They ain't trying to learn about even building computers. There are some kids that probably do, but I'm like, really? All y'all want to do is get, pick up a computer or a tablet, play games, twerk. I mean, some do. And shoot videos. That's it, and get likes. See, we've been programmed now. Our culture now, where it's all about watching videos and creating videos and getting likes. That's it. Now, like Master P said, he ain't do what he doing for love of money. He did it for love of people. That's like me. I mean, could I elaborate a lot more on my videos and stuff like that, my podcast? If anything, I'm actually losing money because I put a little money into my videos and podcasts and DJ and all of that. I didn't do it for the money either, to tell you the truth. Could I do it? Could I have done it for the money? Could I still do it? Yeah. I don't. I do it as a labor of love. I've been wanting to do I started out doing videos 20 years, some years ago. For public access. And then I started doing my own stuff. I worked as a PA for public access, for a public access channel many years ago. It's a true story. And that's how I got into doing videos and stuff. And I used to tell my wife all the time, I said, computers made me great, man, if I could. And I used to tell this way before YouTube. This like maybe about 6-7 years before YouTube. About 6, 7, 8 years before YouTube came out. And I used to tell my wife all the time, I said, wouldn't it be great if I could shoot videos and then post them all to a computer for everybody to see? Swear to God. I actually said that. Didn't even know what YouTube was. And sure enough, YouTube came out doing just that. Yeah. YouTube, of all things. And that was a concept that I had many, many years ago, before I even knew what it was. And I didn't think about doing it for the money. Even then I didn't. I just wanted to do it, just to get my name out there. That was it. It wasn't about no fame. Well, it was a little bit about trying to get some fame, but it wasn't really about no money. I'll tell you the truth. It's not about that now. Because I actually spend money on between YouTube and my Spreaker channel, and one of my other podcast channels as well. Actually, a couple of my other podcast channels, another story. So I didn't do it for the money, in essence. But that's all right. I'm doing it for the love of doing it. I like what I do. But anybody know getting for likes and twerking and all the other mess, man, that's garbage. We all be teaching the kids, man, hey, if you want to make some real money, do something real. Stop trying to aspire to be a rapper or a singer, you know, or just play football or sports like that. Get something where you gonna get some real money when you get something solid. You know, I tell people that all the time. You know, you can still dream big. You can still have the things that you want, but you got to work for it. You know, you got to work for it. In the case of my brother-in-law, he's thinking, you know, I just earned it. I had to tell him. I said, look, what I got wasn't based off of a silver spoon. Okay, my parents weren't born rich. If anything, they were born poor. Both of them were. No joke. Dirt poor, matter of fact. You know, and they did okay. You know, they, worked themselves up to income family. You know, and in essence, try to provide a better life for me and my siblings. And in turn, I went to school, got my education. Went to the military, took my military GI Bill, and went back to school. Dropped out for a few years, went back to school, and got my degree. And went from there. The old saying goes, won't he do it? God will do it. You gotta let him do it, though. You gotta let him bless you, give you the blessing. In return, you gotta accept it. Bottom line. And ain't nobody gonna ever tell me God ain't real. This earth didn't create itself. But what I'm getting at is that don't waste your talents out here, man. Everyone has a God-given talent. You just gotta know where it is. You gotta find it. And my suggestion to some of you younger parents and some of you parents that have young kids, especially kids under the age of 15, you know what they like, you know what they're really good at. Okay? Don't try to pigeonhole them into something they're not really good at. Put them in something, get them involved in something that they're really, really good at. And I ain't talking about just rapping, And if they are going to be something like that, hey, teach them get them into something where they can know the business end of. That's like prime example with Master P and Romeo. They know the business end of the rap game. But to support that, what they do, they create side businesses. That's a smart move. It gets no better than that. But it's all about branding. But the brand that he created allowed him to create other brands within their main brand. That's even smarter. That's how the big boys do it. Why you can't do that? Why we can't do that? We always thinking low instead of thinking high. Then that's in itself lies the problem. Because we got people who think low and have low expectations. That's the other thing. Parents got to get out of this low expectation mentality with your kids. See, I went through that. Okay? With my own folks at one time. If you think low about your kids, the kids are going to think low. But if you think high about your kids and instill perseverance and progress in your children, your kids will strive to do better. Trust me on that. I know. Because I raised a son to do just that. To do better. And he is. Don't tell me he can't do it. And you tell me, won't he do it? He will. If you let him. DJ Wolf, out.